Live. We live. Hey, they needed me to adjust the shit. Hey, so this is let me talk my shit after dark. This is after the gym tonight. The ladies want to come in and do a little show, so we get back action. Leave a comment, subscribe, do your thing, hit the bell, let us know every time we on there. We back live, talk about shit.
Straight off the dome.
Leave us, straight off the dome. So leave us comments. Let us know what you want us to talk about.
Share.
Yeah, share that shit.
Random shit.
Get on, everybody get on y'all Facebook and share right now.
Yeah, we just went live.
Whoa! Without the main cast, without the guy, man. I said 2 minutes, 1 minute. I'm in it. You switch it up so you can't see me.
Yeah, there you go, right there.
All right, we back with another.
What y'all got to talk about? What y'all want to talk about?
Hold on, let me.
Everything. Wait till some people. Log on. Wait till some people. Who's on? Everybody
my
on?
boy's back. We would have waited. My boy's here. We
Anybody on? One person on right now. Let's get some. Let's
get some people in here, man. What y'all trying to hear?
Leave us a comment. Let us know what y'all want us to talk about.
This is the after hour shit. You heard?
It's Saturday. It's COVID. This is what we got right now.
We have
in the house.
Send you the link so you can tap in with us and be actually on the show, show your face, talk your shit, so everybody see your face, talk your shit.
Y'all
Can we play a little music in the meanwhile?
Well, I might kick us off, but then we gotta play like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can use this one. Use this one. I get a new one. That's yours. What are you doing? It's too much other shit going on. We gotta shut down everything.
I know. I can see that.
I'm literally just writing.
What you writing?
Whatever.
Topics.
Anything you guys want to talk about? I don't know. I'm just writing anything.
Okay, cool.
No,
What's up? Yeah, you're hired. You're hired.
No, hell no. I didn't say that.
You gotta
Help y'all. I just
That's
said.
just fucking hired.
Wait.
Okay, give
No.
it to Nicole.
There you go.
Here we go.
Double standards. But you gotta see.
What's
You
up,
wrote them
Ray?
down.
What
You gotta
you
explain.
bring,
No, I don't gotta explain nothing. It's very loud and clear.
Double
Can I see
standards.
that? Can everybody?
On what though?
It's
Racism.
just a
Can
topic.
you show me what they brought?
How do you feel about it?
Makes more money. Does roll
That's
change
okay. Fancy.
See, that's why you need to talk about it. Don't be scared.
So I don't want to.
Brought you on
You're already on camera.
Okay, just know about it. I'm gonna tell her though.
You're already on
Hey,
camera.
y'all make sure y'all tap in. Leave a comment. Give us a topic to talk about.
You're being nervous. Don't be nervous. Okay, all right.
Oh, fancy.
I'm putting too much
That's
pressure on
fancy.
You tell in my ear then.
That's mad fancy. That's fancy.
Okay, what do you say?
Now, yeah, we back. We're back, guys. Listen, you thought it was done? No, we hit them over with another bonus episode. We didn't got a fucking loudmouth back. Look. No, we're not gonna speed past. We're not gonna speed. We're not gonna sit here and speed past you. You fucking up the. Hold on. Hold on. It was gentleman's night. Okay. You line your mustache. She lined her mustache up tonight. She was on the she lined her mustache up tonight.
Explain that again so I can know what you're talking about.
I'm gonna show my face on everything, nigga. I'm gonna show my face on everything. Regardless of what the fuck.
I heard it. Alright, you got it. You got it. She over here looking like she's just the bartender. Hey, shout out to the bartender one time. She's out here.
I didn't even know he was back. Okay, we good.
Babies.
All right, we need to
We hired a whole bartender.
It's everywhere.
Yeah, man, we here.
I know. I've been looking at you.
Yes. What do we got here? Can I get a beer? Can I have a corner, please? Can I have a corner, please? Listen, can I have a shroom as well? Can I? One corner, one shroom.
At ease. At ease.
A corona and shrooms. For me.
Reggie, chill.
What?
That's like
normal.
submissive.
That's
we talk.
Yeah, he did.
What you want?
Alright, so check this out.
My bad, y'all look alike.
Alright, let's do
All
it.
blacks look alike. I'm sorry. Throwing is fine.
You see how black
Okay,
we
we
are?
gotta come.
You know,
Yeah.
that's still.
We back with the ladies. Yeah, we brought the ladies back. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I said. It's too.
Without them, who would we be?
Okay,
Where would we be at,
We're
man?
chilling. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Okay,
How do you feel about those standards?
I think.
Hold on.
Go ahead, go
Hey,
ahead.
hold on. So, hey, first thing first, introduce yourselves.
Oh, I'm Elijah.
We have Elijah here. Elijah, where you from, Elijah?
I'm born and raised San Diegan.
Okay, Sandy, another Sandy.
Married, single, co-parent.
I am single.
Tell them a little bit. Okay.
Okay.
I'm a single mother of 4. I'm currently partnered in a cleaning service called Mrs. Clean San Diego.
There you
You
go.
can find us on Facebook. I'm part-time security officer as well, so
Ooh,
if you need some
okay.
securing.
Yeah, she gonna lock it down for us. She gonna lock it down.
Hold on.
If you need some
Hold on.
securing, I can help you with that too. So
That's what's up.
You keep your eyes.
You're next.
So, you know, ladies clean the best. So,
Damn.
I just want to make.
I'ma walk away from this.
Conversation. I love women.
Double standards.
I love women.
Hey, perfect segue. Perfect segue.
I just wanted to get the conversation going.
Okay, okay.
Back to that. That was our first topic, right?
Yeah. So before we do that, let I'm sorry, your name and.
My name's Simone.
Simone. Tell us a little about
Welcome,
yourself.
Simone.
I'm a mutt. I was born and raised literally the same amount of years in California and Georgia. So
There you go.
I do a lot. I'm in the military, Army, and I manage a dental office.
You better
And I do dental billing from home. So I have 3 jobs.
Oh, whatever. I mean, but he's
That's lit.
an army and.
My status, I am married and I have 2 kids, 4 and 1.
There you go.
Lit. That's lit.
I'm married
Yeah,
too.
nice to have you. Nice to have you. For sure.
No, for sure. All right, so what's up? What y'all want to talk about? Y'all wanted to talk y'all shit, so we got back.
Hold on, who is this over here? You gotta know who this is. My bad.
Be quiet.
Alright.
They know who Cully is.
Hey, Jackie.
I'm Jackie too.
You know, y'all know who Cully is. You know, that's main cash. She here every day.
Everybody here is
Talk
Shannon.
about-
She's uninvited today.
First things first,
Gentlemen.
how did y'all like the gentleman show? How y'all like what we were talking about?
That's a good
what was
question.
y'all feelings on something?
Good question.
Yeah, that's
It was
right.
hard to be quiet.
No, for sure. That's what I'm saying. This is your time to talk your shit. What did you think about our comments? What did you think about the topics?
Y'all seen it from the beginning, or y'all just came in like the middle?
We came
Like the
in.
middle.
We came in late.
So from what
But I
y'all
did hear one person
started
say
off spicy.
that they was gonna teach their son how to eat pussy.
Pussy monkey or whatever.
Monkey.
Not okay.
Say about that shit,
Who would you
pussy
want?
monkey.
Who would you want to teach my son?
That's a
What do you
They
think?
can
Who would
watch
you
it.
want?
Wait. Who
How
taught
are
you?
you going to show him? How?
With pictures and stuff. You know, I'm not. It's just like sex ed. It's like a sex ed thing. It ain't like I'm gonna take them somewhere and show them. It's just gonna be, you know.
I'm gonna buy a home.
At what age?
Nah, I'm not gonna do that when he's already involved. I'm not gonna expose my son to nothing he's not already doing.
Okay.
As in for adult situation.
Clarification.
Yeah, I mean, who better than his dad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that, yeah, I don't
The master,
I don't
the
feel
master,
bad.
the master.
I don't feel bad about saying that. I do too. Shit. If I don't know what I'm doing, like and comment. No,
He said, I got like 5 kids, nigga.
I didn't know.
I can
Because you know
understand
that
the father
motherfucker
doing that
you
with
don't
his
know
son.
about. It's always that.
The
It's
mother
always,
can't do that with her daughter. Like,
Why you
that
can't do
double
that with your daughter?
I'm not about to teach. I'm not
Hell
about
no.
to.
a banana in the comments.
Man, get
That's
it.
for the
Sorry,
women. That's for the women. Not
hold on, who is this? No, who is this? Come here,
Ever,
man.
ever.
Come here. Come here. Who is
My
this?
daughter is how to
Okay. Hold on. Let's go back to this. So who is supposed to teach her?
What you mean?
Who?
One
How are
person
they
answer,
supposed
one
to learn?
person answer, one
The
person
same question. Who taught y'all?
I learned my
Look, so
experience.
exactly,
Okay.
but exactly, we learned wrong a lot more times than we
But
learned right.
If her stomach ain't going up and down, you're doing something wrong.
Wait.
You gotta
How long did it take you to learn that though?
And then you ask
Right,
That's what I'm saying. So
If
I can knock it out.
me, like, oh,
I can knock it out for the. I can tell you what to do
I
from the
wish my
gate.
pops was there.
with all the technology, kids is watching porn. I was watching porn. That's how I learned it. My mom didn't sit down and be like, "Oh, this."
No,
is
that's 100. You don't want to learn examples from porn. That's for sure.
But still, people are still gonna go and watch porn. That's where the kids are gonna learn it.
Look, so that's like, in my opinion. Okay,
I'm not gonna teach my daughter how to
look, but in my opinion,
sex ed.
In my opinion, saying porn is gonna teach your kids is like saying TV is gonna teach your kids.
No, but it's a fact. They're gonna the kids can get online and Google anything at any age. The little babies like that. They're gonna learn from the shit whatever they
get advertised.
I'm a leader.
Statistics that like say that like kids.
All you can do is say, "Hey, are you having sex? I can help you with protection."
It's like 1 billion in their lifetime. They're gonna see advertisements. It's like 1 billion advertisements. So they're gonna see. So they're very like you're saying.
They're gonna educate themselves.
Yeah, the world is actually involved. Is what you.
But all you can do is say, "Are you having sex?"
Okay, say you find out that your kid is fucking or having sex at 12 years old.
You never know whatever they're exposed to.
Are you gonna like? You want to stop your kid from?
Right.
You
stop them.
Yeah, but then I'm gonna take her to the doctor and be like, exactly. Put them on birth control.
Alternatives to what you're gonna do to get to the baby. Understand?
Get them.
Yeah, I would kill my. I'm just kidding. Our parents used to say that. Like my mom used to say like.
She right.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm. Can I say I might not gonna do it, but
because it's gonna be some kids that
I'm saying
and once you get that feeling or whatever the fuck you want to keep fucking or whatever.
Right.
When I was 18, almost 10 years old or whatever, and when I was in high school, we had my motherfucking teacher showed us the most vulgar ass shit when we was in sex education, Miss Malone, or whatever. She showed us the crazy ass STDs. She showed us all types of. We had all the experiences of having a baby or whatever, and have to take care of.
They
be
doing that. They should be teaching
stuff like that or
we
whatever.
Should be seeing how you drop it low. When they show it dropping it low, that should be in the sex ed class. Like, okay.
No, that's making it look fun. It's dangerous having sex.
We had a teacher come in there and put different size dildos on our motherfucking desk. Showed us how to put a condom. This lady showed us how to put a condom on with your mouth.
Oh my God.
She put different dildos on our different
Who's your
sizes.
teacher?
I know.
What school is this?
What school that was? We watch video.
This is a condom.
Let me get some earphones, bro.
She was homeschooled.
She showed us how to put a condom on with our mouth.
Wow.
She was married. It was inspiring her teacher.
It's just I know how to do that.
Hey, the teacher said, I need a volunteer.
But yeah, I'm just saying, like, there's levels of this shit, and I don't know, like, if you know your kid was having sex.
Okay, regardless.
That would be tough.
That's tough.
That's tough.
That's real tough. Regardless of if you know your kid is having sex or not, you don't know, right? Yeah. Just picture this. You don't know yet. At what age do you sit them down and have that conversation about the version of these types?
Middle school.
Let's go.
Yeah, 12.
No, let's go.
No, middle school.
No, okay.
Yeah. Like right before.
One at a time so we can hear. Okay, you got something?
No, what's the question?
So the question is, regardless if you know if your kid is having sex or not, what is the good age where you're like, regardless if you know 13, 14, whatever, you're like, it's the time to have that conversation about sex. Go ahead, you first.
I feel like you don't want it to be too late, so you try to you know what I'm saying. So what would you try to time it out?
What are you planning on doing? I mean, obviously it might change, it might do, but as of right now, what would you be like? Okay, I'm gonna have this talk right now. If you have a boy, when are you gonna be like? Okay,
probably as soon as he gets in like the grade school. That's when they start getting a little freaky and shit. You know, we got a little freaky and shit. We was kids.
Okay,
so it's like grade school. I started trying to get busy when I was like 11 or 12.
Okay, so what age are you gonna have a conversation?
I think it's like, what's that, like 8th? That's like 8th night.
Trying to get busy.
No, that's like 6th grade.
That's like 6th grade. Okay, no, so grade school. So it's grade school here. Yeah. So it's grade school here. It's like, yeah, you got to.
Reggie, what you got? What you think?
Are we talking about intercourse or are we talking about
education?
Oh.
Like a version of like this is you're gonna have to talk regardless if you know if they're sexually active or not. When do you feel like, okay, I'm just gonna have this conversation because this is the time? When do you think it might be not an age? It's your opinion.
Nah. For my little man is 8 right now. I'm gonna wait. I say like 12. Yeah,
right. Like I said, it could change, right? It could change, but I'm saying if you had to put a number on it right now, what would
I continuously talk with my nigga. So if it need to come sooner, it will be the sooner. You know what I mean? But, right. Cool. But at 12 is a good. I mean, I feel like you got to know before that.
Tell me your name. Middle school.
Alegia.
Yes. What do you got? What are you thinking?
Middle school, 13, 12 because I have a little girl. She's 14 now. She's.
So have you had to talk already?
Oh, definitely. Okay. I tell her all the time. Do I need to take you Planned Parenthood?
What you tell them?
Do I need to get you take you some pills?
What was that like? Did you just like pull her to the side like, hey, today's the day?
Yeah.
Like, how did it come to that conversation? Because I know obviously that's an awkward.
That's a tough one. That's a tough. Like maybe it's not tough. Maybe it's not.
That's when you had
that conversation.
Right. So how did that go? What was your experience with that?
My experience was me going through her phone. Seeing all the shit in her phone, like, oh, hell no. Like,
what not to get all too.
She says,
what triggered you? Like, okay, I gotta have this conversation. What was that trigger? And I'm asking because I kind of.
I was about to say this nigga taking notes. He's got this nigga.
This the boy she was going to school with, asking her to do stuff, and she just like, yeah, I'll do that. Oh yeah, I'll do this. That's what I'm saying. That's so I took her phone.
She said, "It look like we getting not to be a business, but I just
to meet up and sneak out, go to the mall. Like, oh, are you at your grandma's house? Oh yeah, I'm there now. Like she was like sneaking off and shit like that. So
sneaking off. And then you beat her.
Right.
She's 11, so it's and I'm just like, oh shit, I'll punch my nigga.
But you also,
I'm really like,
you have to realize also you have two types of different 11-year-olds.
Right.
Okay. You have your 11-year-old that you know and you can see as a parent that they're still a baby, right? And you have a grown 11-year-old.
Right.
So you have to realize what type of daughter you have, right?
You have to know who their friends are.
So you have to understand what type of daughter you have first. You can't always relate off someone else's daughter, right? Second, I think a boy and a girl is different.
Yes.
So for me, I agree with 10, 11 for a boy because again, they're put in predicaments a little bit different than females, right? So as 10 and 11, I'm already going to start reaching out to my son. I'm going to tell my husband to talk to the son as well. Hell, he probably did it before that already. I don't know. But these kids, they're not like us. Our generation is, we had buxing outside. They are already 5 years old knowing what humping is.
Fast.
Okay?
Not my 5
Fast.
So I'm explaining to you.
Not my 5 years old.
So you have to truly understand the difference between two 11-year-olds because I've seen them both, right?
Right.
Females. For me to answer on the part of the topic is, I think it's when it could be sooner. I truly think for sure that it's going to be when she gets her cycle, right? I want to keep it the way it's supposed to be. So I don't want to rush in and start talking about something because I feel like I have to because society is pushing it on me, right? No, I want to do it the way I'm supposed to do it. Knowing that, okay, you're becoming a woman, puberty, whatever, everything's happening. Let me give her the benefit of the doubt.
That's true.
And I'm only explaining this because I'm a second oldest of 4 girls, okay? I have the oldest daughter or my sister who's the oldest daughter, and she was crazy, okay? Not to put her business out there, but you know, she was pretty fast, right, growing up. But more of a rebellious thing. No dad in her life, didn't want a stepdad in her life at the moment, things like that. She went to multiple men to find that love she was missing from her father, right? Me, I had my father in my life, in and out. He left my mom and him separated at 3. A stepdad came in at 6. I was 6. She was 11. So she was already at that point of stepdad. Me, I'm like, oh, cool, a dad, right? I have 2 dads, one that in and out sometimes, and one who's always there. So I had 2 things. I had it there, I wasn't looking, but also I didn't want to be like my sister. So I waited. Right, they need you. I was trying to prove to my mother that not all girls have sex and lose their virginity before college. So I wanted to prove a point for her. And I want to. So that is a scary thing as a dad.
I'm not gonna let her know I'm nervous. Every time she talks to me, I'm calm, but I'm like, nigga, I'm scared. I think she's about to start bleeding and stuff. It's gonna get crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we can all give our opinions, but deep down inside, that parent knows what their children's doing at that time. You know how you raise your children. You know what you bring to the table and what they watch every day because you are their role models. They can step outside all they want, but if your home base is good and you're doing the things you're supposed to do, and sometimes you may not know what it is because your upbringing didn't show you either, right? But we have books. Hell, we got what the hell they got, right?
Yeah,
utilize it. They utilize it in a way to be fast. You utilize it in a way to be a better parent to figure out how to move right alongside with them. Don't stay back in the past, right?
That was a thing that I had a discussion with Rara the other day. Was I let her know that we're growing together. Like I'm doing this parenting thing, but this is a team effort.
Right.
So I wanted to leave that door open where she felt comfortable enough to have conversations with me. That might be tough conversations, but I want to leave that platform open where it's like it's not like you're gonna get in trouble, but I'm gonna have a real conversation with you. And now that she's 11. I've been actually excited about having those type of conversations with her. So it's not even always just discipline. Okay, I'm a discipline, but also have those deeper conversations of like, why I'm disciplining. I'm getting you ready. I'm getting you prepared for the world. I'm getting you prepared for the world that you're gonna have to live in. And I want her to understand that everything that I do is based on that.
Right.
So when I discipline you, it's because this is a safe place. I'm disciplining you. You like the other day I was just telling them about it, and it was like the first preteen suburban ass shit that I had to go through because I was like, she's like, how you ruining my life? I said, what the fuck? She said child abuse because I had her sitting on the wall. I said, no, motherfucker, come over here. You're misconstruing what I'm trying to do. So I sit there and I reiterated that I had that conversation and I'm happy to see that my daughter is intelligent enough to have those conversations with me and then acknowledge what the fuck I'm trying to do. So she kind of gets what I'm trying to do, and so I'm happy with that. But it's still scary nonetheless as a father because obviously it's my first time. But it's always, you play it like my boy Reggie said.
You got 2 kids.
Yeah, but a 5-year-old, I ain't gotta worry about that yet. I see where she's 5, and I'm like, that's a blessing. I hope she says that at age, whatever, because I see Rara go older, and I'm like, obviously the time don't fucking stop. So that's crazy. But like Reggie said, it's the vibe. Like you have to feel the vibe. Like, okay, this is a learning lesson time. Boom, come here. This is a perfect time for this conversation. So to answer before we move on to JR and Nicole, my answer to the question when I'm gonna have it is however I feel when it's time to do it. I know because that's how I do any lessons with her right now is okay, it feels like this is the time to have that conversation. So that's what I'm gonna do. It don't matter if it's 16 because she's a little I wouldn't say immature, but she's staying a kid, which is yeah.
You don't want to rob her from that, right?
Oh, you still immature, and I'm like happy about it. I'm happy that she's 11 and she still thinks the way she thinks. I'm like, that's dope.
That's not
right.
Be a kid, so that speaks volumes of what me and Ronnie are doing as parents. So, like you said, I always encourage them to stay a kid. So I haven't reached that point, but because I always think ahead, I'm always preparing myself for that point. So I took what y'all said. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm taking it notes. But go ahead, JR. What you have?
I was ready to battle right now. I was waiting for her to say something crazy, but 100. She's like 100% on point. What I was waiting for her to say was that she was gonna talk to her daughter later, but I was gonna point out to the fact that girls are more alert to the whole process sexually. And it starts from birth, right? Because we give little girls daughters, we give them babies, we give them dolls, and boys don't get that. Boys get cars, and boys, you know what I mean. So they're a little more aware earlier, you know what I mean. And the perfect time for girl, like you look, the perfect time to tell your daughter. There's no real perfect time, but the perfect time to tell your daughter about the birds and the bees, whatever. She had it on point when her cycle hit, because some girls have cycles at 9, some girls have cycles at 14. Like it's I got 3 daughters, so I know there is a difference. So she has probably the best answer I've never heard. That's some really good. That was some real gems right there. So yeah, I agree about middle school for boys. About middle school, because in elementary school they're not thinking about nothing. But the reason, listen though. The reason, in my opinion, what I'm saying isn't law. In my opinion, when a boy gets to junior high school, most of the girls are already on that level.
Fast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like not fast. Yeah,
But it be niggas.
Yeah, change that. Change
Now
that.
look, listen, hold on.
Mentally faster than boys.
They do.
Yes.
Mentally and physically.
Right. The dudes still be
Mentally
catching up
and
in junior high. The dudes
So-
still be catching
Some of
up.
them be prowling. They be out.
Listen,
Some
listen.
of them, it's always some high potential.
Hold on. Y'all, we too amped right now. Listen. So the reason why I say that is because girls are far ahead, advanced than us mentally. They mature faster, physically, mentally, all that. They're already prepared. So that's why I say boys need to know by junior high school because they're going to be girls that are looking at them different that they don't experience.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You gotta put them up on game.
They just don't know.
That shit threw me the fuck off. Like, did she just throw it?
Girls are already look, but listen, girls. I don't know how it is now. I'm just talking from my own experience. Girls are already ready for boyfriends and stuff like that.
Right.
Bro, that in junior high school, they're already like that. They want a boy because they see, they're already kind of prepped for this. I don't even know if it's fair. You know what I mean? I just think,
and it's not. I wouldn't do all girls, but it does.
No, I know it's not. It's never all girls.
It's never absolute. It's never absolute.
Right. Yeah, but a lot of the time.
She had her eyes in the back of her head for like 2 minutes.
But a lot of the time,
I've seen her eyes.
But a lot of the time, girls be ready. Like they already know.
I remember.
They think about that. They play with Barbies. It's Ken and Barbie. They're already prepared for this moment.
No more
You know what I mean? Dudes don't be prepared for that. It's cars, sports, and so when they hit junior high school, the girls already like, hey,
I think
I'm looking for a boyfriend.
What are you talking about?
Yeah,
what is he talking about?
I think I started
What is he
earlier
talking
as a
about?
boy
Like,
because this is my bro, so he know my mom. But my mom never fucking censored a lot of the questions. So there was questions that I asked, and she was like, okay. And she said some crazy shit, and I'm like, I'm trying to see what that be like. So as a boy, I was like, it almost helped me in a way of getting what I wanted with girls because I was ready for that shit. Like, not that I was ready mentally, obviously, because you're immature, but without I wasn't ready like how I would as a parent want my kid to be ready.
Yeah.
But because I was exposed to a lot of shit early, like we were saying, we was exposed, so we was doing adult shit way before I should have, and that helped me get more ass than a lot of other niggas. These niggas was not ready. I could see like that girl was like, she was trying to suck your dick, bro. They're like, what? I'm like, well, I'm gonna get her to suck my dick because you over here bullshitting. Like you said too, but that just tells you like to agree with what you're saying that girls are way far mature mentally, emotionally with their shit to get that shit type shit started.
It's like they're almost being prepared for these moments.
Right.
But we're doing it not knowing that we're doing it. You know what I mean? Like, like even myself as a parent, I gave my daughter a doll. Look, you give your daughter a doll, a stroller, all this stuff is like you got to really think about what you're doing. You know what I mean?
The Ken doll.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's just how we were all built, right? Now, I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just telling you what's happening. That's what we do. Instead of handing your daughter, like a easel with some paint, you're handing her like, you know what I mean? Like, but I'm just saying, I guarantee that 99% of most parents with daughters handed them dolls first. You didn't hand them a paintbrush.
I didn't.
I said 99%. 100%.
We found the 1%.
I gave her learning stuff.
1%.
Yeah, you give her learning stuff.
Someone else brought her the dolls.
My thoughts are.
Should throw it away.
I agree with what everybody said, but as far as like, you have to have that talk when you found out, or you catch your kid in that act, or you found out what the fuck your kid was doing, or whatever, and you have to have that real talk with them because you found out they was being sneaky and all this stuff. It doesn't matter how many talks you didn't have with them, or what you didn't taught them, or what they didn't learn, because it depends on how they grew up, the environment they grew up, and how, because they're different at home than what they are with their friends.
Sure, absolutely.
And who they've been with and who they are around,
right,
or what they just seen on TV, or whatever the heck.
Because there's some parents, if you want to know your kid, know their friends.
Exactly, that's what I was gonna get to. Because some people don't even take the time to know who the hell their friends, who their kids' friends are, or who their parents are, or whatever. They don't know who their kids' friends are or who their kids' parents are. And when you don't know that, you don't know how the kid that's grown up or how they are raised, because some people's parenting, they want to be their kid's friend too. And that's where they fuck up shit. Okay, yeah. But some parents watch rated R movies and all types of shit with their kids and stuff like that. And expose their kids to their stuff early.
And that's what I was saying.
Yeah, I do it.
And they don't think that's wrong.
Yeah, I do.
Wrong.
That's why they haven't rated. That's why there's ratings. But that's why there's ratings.
There are boundaries that you have to set. If you want your kid to be a kid, you watch kid ass shit with them. Keep it Disney.
That's what I was saying in the last pod.
Keep it all.
That's what I was saying in the last
I don't mean
all
like
that
we're not doing crazy,
Still
but I
watching
do. There's a couple of them.
Friday.
Friday.
Fuck all that other shit that we grew up on, because we was grown in elementary school and we knew what the fuck sex was and all that shit. If you want your kid to be a kid or whatever, you gonna grow
I don't
with
mean
your
all
kid.
this shit, but I mean like
Some
of this stuff.
Don't be an adult with your kid. Don't be your friends. Don't be friends with your kid. Your kid, let your kid think you are their best friend. They are not your best friend. You have your friends. You grow with your kid, and that's the fuck kid. There's no, oh, this is my best friend, and we're gonna do this,
Allow
this,
your
and
kid
this.
to bring the kid
Because
out
then
of
when
you.
they get older, they want to go to the club with you, and they want to do all this extra shit or whatever the fuck, and then you want to be a parent, and it's too late.
It's too late, yeah.
Yeah,
Or whatever.
girls,
So let your fucking kid be a kid.
Young girls, the little boys.
So when it's time for them to talk about the sex thing, maybe you gotta catch them in that act or that sneaky shit, or you see the sneaky shit in your kid or whatever the fuck. Or you gotta think about what the fuck you was doing when you was a kid. Because you've been that age
Pay
before.
attention to your motherfucking
And
kid.
pay attention.
Yeah. Know your kid.
Like you said, know their friends and know their parents. Because parents is fucked up in the head.
I felt like
People
that
are
because-
fucked in the head and don't know how to be parents too, because they was raised wrong.
So there's the thing.
It's a cycle. Sometimes you have to break that whole fucking cycle and do what the hell you got to do, because you don't want to raise your kids how your parents did you, or they beat you, or you want to do something different.
Right.
So you got to do that.
So when we say those things, we can't just put it out on do things with your kids. Don't bring the adult out of them by doing adult things with them, right?
Exactly.
So you're right,
Exactly.
but there's things that we do also as parents that we don't recognize.
Yeah.
You can't say that about television shows or about going to your friend's house because they're doing something, right? What are you
They
doing?
stay at home too.
You can
Because
take
at
TV
home.
off when they come in and turn on Disney, right?
Yes.
But I just saw you come up behind your wife and do something freaky, or y'all smoking weed and right here and he's right here.
But that goes
Or
along with what we was talking about as far
it has to be
as having
everything.
having those boundaries, as far as like, for instance, like when we was growing up, we cussed a lot, right, with your friends, right? We get that. That's some kid shit to do. But the fact that, like, even though you know your kid is different away from you, right? You set the basics of who they're supposed to be, right? Respect, right and wrong, all that, right? But kids are gonna be kids, right? So, but I do also want you to realize when you're around me, you need to be different, right? Like all that snappy shit you do with your homegirls, that's cool, but don't bring it to the house, right? You gotta have that boundary factor of like, I am your dad, I am your mom. You don't do that shit over here. So when I hear like and how I like dictate if I'm doing that right, like when they go to other people's house, like, oh, your kid is so polite. I'm like, okay, so they still polite when I'm not around.
Right.
So that's the same type of mindset I want my kid to have when I'm not around. You still need to make logical decision, even though you're being a kid. You're gonna do some wrong shit, but still have that mindset of like, okay, I'm this person. This is who I'm built to be. I actually wrote a letter, and it was this. Like a lot of times you can't find time to say the right things. I just wrote her a letter. Like, this is who I expect you to be. This is who you are. This is who you're gonna be. So I actually she got just to make a little quick story. She was at school or whatever, and they was playing this game. Boom, boom, boom. They was doing like a little clap game or some shit. And there was a complaint about it because the girl said to the boy, like, oh, we wish he would die, boom, or some stupid game, right? And so I hear about it, and I'm like, that's not you. So it just came after like a couple days after I wrote her the letter. So I was like, oh, bring that letter out. I said, read it. So she read it, and I stopped at every point where it was like, okay, what does your name mean? Who are you as a person? Did you respect this person? Did you do this? And I'm like, did you do that while you were saying, you know, those hurtful words that you didn't think was hurt? You thought you was playing the game, but you don't know how it affected that boy, because he texted his mom like, bro, this niggas is wild. So obviously it affected him in a negative way. And when she went through it, the whole, you know, situation, she realized, okay, I understand where I was wrong at, because in her mindset, she's a kid. She's like, we were just playing the game. Like, what do you mean he was hurt about it? You have to, I want her to sit down and go through the whole thing again and be like, okay, this is where you was wrong. You made him feel less than. As her name means warrior princess. I broke it down. I didn't get details, but basically I broke it down. It's like, you don't do that. You respect all around you. So you hurt this man's feelings, you need to go apologize. You can wrinkle the paper. It's never going to be straight again. So it's never going to be like he didn't hear it. It already hurt. So now you have to realize the words that you say could hurt somebody. So you got to think about what you're doing before you do it. So it was like a perfect time where I would sit down and like, oh, this is a perfect lesson. It didn't really hurt nobody yet. But then it'll go when she's 18 and she's doing something even worse, that she'll realize, like, okay, I might not need to say this because I need to control what the fuck I'm saying.
Right.
So yeah,
that's good.
Let's get to the next. That was a long topic, bro.
Actually, that was good shit, though. What we got next?
What you got? Which one you want to do? It can be random.
Oh,
I like the woman with the
y'all go do that. Hey,
money maker.
Okay, yeah.
If y'all got a topic, if y'all listening right now.
First of all, y'all need to not be. If y'all need to turn it down.
Hey, so real quick to the audience. Hey, y'all leave a comment. If y'all got any comments, please leave them in the comments. Let us know what y'all want us to talk about. If y'all have a topic you don't want us to talk about, pertaining to what we're saying.
There's 4 people watching. We appreciate you.
Yeah, it's 3 now. Yeah, back with the ladies, of course. They always make everything a little better. You give me some. Never mind, I ain't gonna get into it, but go ahead.
That is a
okay. So the next topic is: does it matter who makes more money, and if so, do roles change because of it?
Yes, and
that's
no.
Really, whoever.
That makes men sometimes feel insecure.
Let's start that way.
Yeah.
If a woman is the breadwinner in the relationship, it could make a man feel insecure sometimes because he feels like he is supposed to be.
That's man ego, though.
Yeah, exactly. That is an ego thing and a pride thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that can affect a lot in a relationship if the woman is a money situation and the woman is the breadwinner. But as far as if a man is a breadwinner, a woman would expect that in a man and want him to provide in every situation. So,
I think it has. Sorry.
I got some shit off the top of my head real quick. I definitely think this is the way I portray it. It could be wrong, it could be right, whatever y'all can do. Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. But in my opinion, there's always roles in any relationship, regardless if you're a friend, whatever. Everybody has, not everybody can be leaders, everybody can cheat, right? So you have to be mature enough to realize what everybody's job is, right? Now, if somebody's making more money and she's getting to the bag, why would you not want that? Like, it's a partnership, so it don't matter who's bringing in what.
Right.
It's a team effort. So if you can be mature enough to say, okay, it's a team effort, and she's bringing it into the household, I don't give a fuck how much you make. Like, I'm gonna encourage you. I'm gonna be like, let's run it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's do it. But that just you gotta be man enough to check your ego at the door.
Right.
But with that being said, it's also the woman's responsibility to sometimes let the man lead, regardless of the bread or whatever, because that's everybody has their job, and I'm really specific about that. It could seem like a little old school, but as a leader, there's things that I acknowledge as a man that I have to do. Like, this is my job. I have to do this regardless of what we're doing. So if you can check the woman's ego, even if she makes more, to let that man lead. And it's all about discussions. You guys can communicate what y'all doing. I never make a move without discussing it with my wife because it's a team effort. Now, at the end of the day, I feel like, okay, I'm gonna make this decision, but you have to believe in your man enough, and it's the responsibility of the man to give that woman to have something to follow, right? You have to be like, okay, now when he makes a decision, it's based on your opinion, all that, and it has everybody in mind when you make that decision. I can't make a decision to quit my job if I know I can't keep up with the money to pay the money or whatever. Even if she's making it, I can't make a decision without keeping everybody in mind, children, wife, all that. So every decision I make is based on how is it going to affect everybody else. So as a man, you have to be a leader and check your ego. Even if she's making a bag, set your priorities straight. What are you doing? Is it gonna affect everybody else? How's it gonna affect everybody else? Are you cool with that? You cool with that? Let's do this. And let your woman persuade you sometimes. They're gonna look at it in a different way. So you have to be able to check your ego at the door and let your woman sometimes give you some good advice. Because it's gonna, even when you go to your friends, if you have good friends and they might see something a different way, like, hey man, you might want to do it this way. You know what I'm saying? Get all that information and then make a solid decision at the end of the day, because you have to acknowledge that you're the leader. So you gotta have that mindset.
Now, before we move forward.
No, we're not moving forward.
No, we're not moving forward. I'm saying before we each answer. Before we answer, we want to know before you're done or before you start. No, I'm saying at the end or beginning of when you go, let us know if you've been in both situations. I just want to know. No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
I have been in both situations.
Okay,
early
so
on,
we know what.
Yeah, early on, and just to give you a little background, early on in our relationship, Ronnie had the 9 to 5. I was not the 9 to 5 guy. I was selling. I was a little hustler. I just tried to get money at any point. But technically, most of the time, she was making more money than me, right? So, but at the end of the day, I acknowledge that I still have to do something to provide for this household. Like, I got to do something, right? So I never discouraged her from, I'm just the type of person where I'm just trying to make anybody around me better. So if she wanted to go to school, I'm like, cool, you go to school. Boom. When I joined the military, she's like, okay, I'm not working right now. I'm just going to try to figure out what the fuck I'm doing. Okay, well, shit, I'm going to hustle over here so you can figure out what the fuck you're doing. Because our situation was weird because we was young, we had a kid. So all our situations had to be strategic. You know what I'm saying? Everything we did was like, okay, look, I'm going to do this. You gonna go to school, you gonna get your shit. She got to school, we moved back. Boom. I'm like, okay, I'm out the army. Now nigga ain't got no job. Look, she started her career. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, boom, what am I gonna do? So it's all about communication. You have to communicate that shit with everybody's, well-being in mind.
All I was gonna say is I relate that to same thing like sexuality. It's about being comfortable. You know what I mean? If I'm comfortable where I'm at, so I'm comfortable, like as far as the gender roles and whether it is like I'm comfortable, like we as long as we decide, as long as we're talking, we communicate. Then you said that communication, like it's whatever. Like it's not. I'm not. If it as far as a nigga feeling insecure, like because you're in that position where you're a woman is making more. Like if you're not comfortable, that's what I mean. Right. But that's what I mean. Yeah. The comfortability, like that's all it is. Is like be comfortable where you at and shit.
It's cool to have good competition.
Right,
like,
nigga, that's only gonna push you. That's only gonna push you.
Okay.
Next year. Hold on, one time. Hold on.
They about to be making more than me.
And then you find out y'all millionaires.
Why you bullshitting?
It's like, okay, well, shit, I see you. You over there doing your thing. Let me do my thing. So it's all about, and then supporting each other in whatever the fuck they want to do. She's figured out already what she loves to do, and she's making money off of it. I'm 31. I still don't know what the fuck I want to do or I love to do. So I'm still trying to figure it out. But she gives me the comfortability. So it's just like team.
You're doing this shit right here.
Well, yeah, it ain't making me no money yet.
Like and subscribe. Send some dollars.
If I get money, I'll give y'all some money.
That part.
Who wants to go next though?
I thought.
I don't know. It was just I was talking a lot. So
I think they
you was
covered
talking
most
a
of
lot.
it.
But
so I'll say
you topic? Are y'all we still on this topic?
No,
we're not.
Or a new one?
You can't.
I thought we were going to some new shit.
Okay, so I think just to piggyback, I agree with what you're saying. But to piggyback off of it, with that being said, doesn't matter who makes. You should be comfortable.
Right.
Roles are roles.
But there are.
Let's go back on that.
Yeah, right. I feel.
Let's just go back on that.
Okay.
So let's put ourselves in the predicament of the woman is making more money.
Okay.
But we want to make sure the roles are the roles, right?
Okay.
At what point can the roles be compromised to not be the roles they're supposed to be?
When there's no understanding on whose roles what.
Well,
so if like, the roles,
for instance, she just got a new job. She works from 2 to 11. I gotta go home and clean and wash dishes to make sure the girls get fed.
Right.
That's just my job now.
Right.
Before, when she got home at the same time, we shared it, but something changed. You gotta adapt.
Right. And so that's why I wanted to go back into what he said, so that can be clear. He didn't mean you keep your same roles. He meant that.
I'm the head of the household, but that's also the queen. So
right.
She gonna say what she gotta say.
It shouldn't even be a conversation, really.
It shouldn't.
Because
but some people have to have that conversation. Sometimes you're so used to like, hey, I'm not gonna do the dishes, I'm not gonna cook, or I'm not gonna take the trash out, I'm not gonna fix the car. You know, sometimes they're stuck in those ways. They're like 99% 99%. It's there.
No, because we even know dudes
that's
that
probably
will
why I
act
don't
like,
got no
I
women.
don't clean the house. Like,
Right.
I like to be in a clean house, so if it's dirty, I'm cleaning it. Nigga,
Right.
So it has to be, if she's not there, I'm hungry, nigga, I'm a cook.
Right.
Like,
I think the
that's
basic.
one, I was raised by women, so it was like, I don't give a fuck what I have to do. And when you get in a relationship, just go back to that. When you get in a relationship, you should be good already. You should be good already. Your partner should be just an addition to what you
it's
are.
a small amount of
When I
motherfuckers
get
that
married, I don't
understand
see it
that
as
really
like,
get there. That a lot of niggas be talking it, but to really be there is
To be there is totally different.
It's hard. It's hard. It's like, or else niggas would be, we'd be all be good.
What you do, nigga?
I mean, your stream got messed up.
Why did you touch it?
Why didn't you say nothing?
What the fuck did you do?
Oh my God,
Damn, Ron about to beat you up. Ron about to say, what the fuck did you do,
Technical
nigga?
difficulties. They can still hear us though.
Can they still hear us?
Yeah, I mean it's still going.
It looks like it's still going
Oh
on.
yeah, it's still live.
We just don't have no camera. Hold on. Everybody chill for a second. I got it. It's
Looking
not
for
bad.
the phone.
It's good. We're good. We're good. Shut up, Ron. He's good. He's just retarded. It's cool. We know he's retarded. We still love him regardless. We still love him
He's just
regardless.
retarded.
We're good.
Just slow. I don't think we can use that word right now.
We can use it for him.
We don't make mistakes. All right. Where were we? Who was talking? Somebody.
I think we were just summing it up.
Yeah, we were
just
wrapping
summing it
up that topic. We was wrapping up
for
that
that
topic.
one.
So guys are better than girls. I'm just. I'm playing. What we got next? You can't read.
I just want to know which one
Sound
you
it
want.
out. Sound it out.
Okay, so this is like
Sound it
geared
out.
towards the men.
Okay.
So as men, do you guys like your women to be more on the submissive side or not? Honesty.
I got some shit to talk about. I was gonna talk about, go ahead.
Do I want
She was like,
to be submissive or
what?
to?
I like her to bust it open.
That's a good question, low-key. Because of course I want my woman to be submissive. Like that's just. But at the same time, I want my woman to have her own head. I want her to take charge. You know, in different times. You know what I mean? So exactly, no, and that's what it is. It's king queen. Like you, I'm gonna be in my space, but you're gonna be in yours too. I'm not overshadowing you. We standing next to each other. You know what I mean? I'm not in front of you. So of course I want my woman to be submissive. Of course, but at the same time, you know what I mean? I want you to, you know what I mean, choke me. Oh shit. Oh shit. You know what I mean? And that's real. But in life, even in life, you know what I mean? Like I want you to come up with your own ideas. I want you to take lead.
In order to, my bad. I'm sorry, I cut you off.
No, go ahead.
It takes
No,
a
you're good
certain
at
amount of dude to really like, because we know people like they get a strong woman and they don't know what the fuck they feel intimidated. My type of shit, like I love a strong woman. I love a strong woman with her mind, her own mindset, her own thoughts, her own thing, because that could only make you better. Like I have a true belief that women make everything better. So if I can dig into a woman's brain and get some output, you know, from what she's thinking, that's just gonna make me like a better man, like real shit. Like that, they make everything better. You give them food, they're gonna cook a meal. You give them sperm, they're gonna make a baby. They make everything better. So why wouldn't you want input from a woman and then have to have her own thoughts? I don't want her to be some dumb bitch that just does whatever I say. Like that's annoying. Like I sometimes I want to relax and be wrong. I need you to set me right, put me right on the right track, because we're not always right. So with that being said, I just want the woman to have her own mindset and to be able to push me.
You don't want a yes man.
I don't. That shit is boring. I don't want any yes person around me, a friend, whatever. I don't want anybody to be a yes man. All my niggas that I hang around, they kings. They have their own mindset. They have their own thoughts, and we all push each other.
But if I raise my voice,
right, don't talk to me.
You
with your
better get in
hands,
line.
You know what I'm saying? No, I'm saying,
Wait.
What was you gonna say?
He said just kidding.
No, but I am serious though.
No, you're serious? Wait, you're serious?
I would only be submissive to a man that's gonna lead, that I know that I could like trust him and like he's gonna guide me in the right direction. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
No, I'm still gonna talk shit because that's just who I am. I'm an aggressive person. I'm a tomboy. I'm aggressive. So yeah, I'm gonna get aggressive sometimes, but I like it. Oh, what? Yes, babe. You want me to go do this? I'll go do that. Whatever.
Right.
You know, I'm gonna let him lead.
As long as you know he ain't leading to a dead end.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be
Real
doing all this
recognize
shit, and
real.
I'm not
Like,
going nowhere with you. I'm looking for somebody that I'm gonna be with. You know what I'm saying? And if I don't see that in you, I'm already doing my own thing. I'm not gonna. Yeah.
I think for me, I don't really understand the question. Submissive how? Like, what do you mean?
Right. No. Yeah. That's all.
So I guess
I kind of was
what
all
we're
over
saying
the board.
is Is she submissive? I don't know because
it is tough. It is tough. It is tough.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys were hitting it on the key.
I mean, that's because you said you want to
I
make brain.
100% was not talking about sex.
Yeah.
But I mean, no, I am talking about like you are the rule maker. Everything is basically in your house goes the way. Hey, ask dad. Hey, let's see what dad says with kids, or like if it's something. Okay, here's the bills. Let me discuss this with my husband. You know, I mean that should happen. Period. But I'm just saying, there's some women who actually will just step out and do it without. Hey, I just paid all this, did all this. You know, there's some women who is
right.
I thought I had to pay.
No, and it goes back.
No, but so I need it by the in the household and in the relationship between the two, not more so of like sex or like doing all the work, not like that, but more so on like, hey, go make me this, and you know, just you just running the household the way you're supposed to as a man, and her doing it.
I feel like if you take that approach, you'll never grow. You know what I mean? Like if there's only one person making all the decisions, you'll never grow. No company ever grows like that. No, nothing ever grows like that. So, me personally,
unless you God, nigga, if you ain't God, nigga, you ain't running my life.
I would never accept a woman that's completely submissive, because I feel like to better my growth, I need somebody that's going to be on everything I do. I need you to question everything I do. I need
when you say things like that and you want that reply back, like question me or let me know so I can figure out if this is right? At no point, no matter what the topic is, it could be a negative one, positive one. Don't just think positive. There's negative ones, right? Is there any point as a man that you will come in and be like, "Yo, now you need to shut the fuck up"?
Oh, for sure.
Because you can't jump back and forth. There has to be 100% through, positive or negative.
Where like I take in your consideration, I thought about it, and I'm still doing this. And so, but like I said,
that's not a shut the fuck up moment.
That's not shut the fuck up moment. It's more of like, I heard what you said, I took it into consideration, and be respectful enough to actually take it into consideration, right? And then if you make the decision, right or wrong, be man enough to say, okay, well, maybe you was right, you know, but we did this. But that goes back to the lady being able to like still let him lead, right? So he made that decision. Okay, you fucked up. You know what I was talking? Yeah, I know what you're saying. We fucked up. Maybe we're gonna do it your way. But she still gave him the chance. That means the woman.
But guess what? As long as the man did exactly what you said,
right?
That is like that. Remember, women are always a little bit more mature in middle school. Right. Same with that relationship. Yeah. What you did was you allowed her to come out and be great. Now let's do it my way, in a polite way, not a disrespectful way, because you told her I fucked up, right? Yeah. And not every guy's gonna do that.
So as far as
be accountable for your shit
as far as a shut the fuck up moment, you got to be around people where you don't have that thought process. So I'm not gonna have You're not. Yeah. Why
that's
would
100. That's 100.
Listen.
That's 100.
No. Listen.
No, not like that.
It don't. But
you do put your foot down like this.
Listen. If somebody's telling you, you got to put yourself around people that. Whatever they're telling you, you got to know that it's coming out of love.
Right.
That's true.
You will never have that shut the fuck up moment. Because if you hear it, even if they like, shut the fuck up. Right. Even if they literally say, shut the fuck up. You're going to be like, this person loves me.
Right.
So they're telling me to shut the fuck up for a reason. Yeah. So there's never that shut the. If you put yourself around a person that you care about, or that person loves you,
if you gotta tell them,
you'll never have that shut the fuck up.
If you have that moment,
but you gotta put yourself around that person, though. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying you're gonna hit it every time. You don't. But the thought process of, okay, I'm gonna keep people around me that I know love me.
Right. And that's just
he then told me to shut the fuck up, literally. But this is my brother. I know he loves me, so I must need to shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm gonna get mad. No, you shut the fuck. I'm gonna be like, He's telling me to shut the fuck up.
You know what I mean? Like those conversations, like, nah, nigga, I want to hear if I'm wrong, nigga, correct me, nigga.
Right.
I'm not like I feel like a lot of like I won't even say older, but just mindset of people that I know that we grew up with. It's like motherfuckers always want to check somebody, but you can't check anybody if you're not able to get checked.
Right.
Like, so I don't mind checking somebody because I'm open to being checked myself because I know as a man and be accountable that I'm not always right. Like you can't always be right. So if you have that maturity to know, like maybe you're not always right. So you're gonna be able to hear people out, but you want to hear people out that fuck with you because they know you're gonna try to guide them in the right way.
Right.
So just keep good people around you, and it shit works out that way.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I know.
And everything can be solved with a heart-to-heart conversation.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
A little combo never hurt nothing.
Yeah, it don't matter what the fuck conversation. We can have some tough conversations, but if you have that respect factor.
That's honestly the worst when you fucking with somebody, and not when you fucking with somebody, but it just happened in a situation, whatever it is, when who can't really communicate, who don't know how to communicate, who don't know how to talk, who don't know how to talk about their feelings, who don't. So then you stuck because then you be talking and the motherfuckers like you can't even get what you want back. It's tough. That situation is so tough. So that shit, I mean.
People think communication is only like, saying what you have to say, but it's also getting the person to comprehend. It's comprehending.
And listening.
I don't know what you're saying.
It's a skill. It's a skill. It takes time.
It takes a lot. There's people who's eager to get in and they have to talk each time because one, not that they're just rude. They can't keep it there, right? They feel like they're gonna forget. So they might not even be doing it purposely to be disrespectful to you, but they just have to get what they have to get out, right? So, but sometimes you may take it differently. Like you never listen to me. You always cut me off. And really, that's not what they're doing.
I do that.
Yeah.
I don't be meaning to, but I be like, it be on my head.
Yeah.
Be like, I be like, so I have to stop myself. Like, sorry, I cut you off. You were saying something.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I think that's just a human trait.
Yeah.
I do that shit
I do it all the time. It's just like you're not listening to me. I'm like, I don't need to.
Approach, right? And your wording.
Yeah, words matter.
If you yelling, sometimes ain't nobody gonna listen to you or whatever. So
you gotta know.
It really depends who you fuck with. Because if you fuck with somebody who fucks with you when you yell, like I fuck with. I mean, it might be some toxic. Maybe that's toxic. Maybe that's toxic. But you know what I mean? That's what I mean. But sometimes I don't know. It's a balance. It's a balance. So sometimes the yelling is cool. Like I be yelling sometimes. So I gotta take it across the field. You know what I mean? I don't mind yelling. Niggas gotta yell. Nigga, you gotta get that shit out. That's how it's like. That shit is not chilling. Like nigga, I'm getting this shit out. Nigga, I gotta. You know what I mean? So I don't take no offense.
All right.
Don't post that.
That don't make sense.
What's the number one?
That don't post that.
You said you wrote your daughter a letter, right?
It was like I'm married, have a little lamb.
This thing to the show.
It's a bit.
We
see y'all tomorrow.
Okay, so here we go.
No.
What's the number one deal breaker? And you in a relationship.
What's the number one?
In a relationship.
Yay. That nigga
that's it.
That nigga said, you seen I put that number one? Put that number one? Yes. No.
Not fault.
No.
Oh, jeez, it's tougher than y'all think. All right, here we go.
I don't know.
Well, we're gonna go one by one. What's up, Reg? What you got? What's the number one deal breaker? You see a hoe and
she farted in the bed.
She farted in the bed.
Yeah. She farted in the bed sometimes. I don't like it.
It used to be toes and toenails, and you know you gotta.
That's petty.
It used to be that I don't play, but
toenails.
We in Corona. We in Corona right now.
We in Corona.
We gonna do it.
First body odor.
Body odor.
If you stink, you gotta go.
No, yeah.
Okay. That's what.
No, but that's your number one deal breaker. So okay, so you meet a dude.
And dirty.
What's the first thing that you like? If this happens, I can't talk to him. It's over.
Just being dirty.
Okay, so clean, he could talk. You guys at least say something.
If you don't have, you gotta have a nice smile.
Okay, number one deal breaker.
Jesus
Like,
Christ, I don't think
you have been with it for 5 years and you're now done.
Your toes.
Okay.
What is
I like you, but your toes.
What are you talking about toes and shit?
I like you, but your toes.
In a relationship.
I like
so elaborate on that.
Thank you. We need sober people to ask questions.
Right, no, 100. Okay, so I hear that.
Some people don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
No, she did.
I didn't hear it.
Meeting somebody, right?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We're wrong.
Right.
So explain.
So what's the number one deal breaker? Let's just use an example. You've been with someone for 5+ years, and this one thing will make you just leave. Basically.
That's the number one.
Okay.
That's the number one. Yeah, he cheats on you.
Okay, what's your number one
what's
deal
yours?
breaker?
She cheats on you.
What's your
What's
deal
your
breaker?
She cheats on you. That's the number one deal
If I
breaker.
find out you cheating, you about to get beat the fuck up, and I'm getting the fuck home.
Number one deal breaker. She
I'm
leaves
you
on the
up.
first cheating session.
Boop, 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 boop. Come home. You get a boop, 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 all up, and get the fuck on. Period.
Okay.
No, ain't no coming back. I promise you, ain't no coming. I can get beat up.
Mine is
After you get socked up by a female, you better not come the fuck back.
I might turn the nigga on like she could find.
I say controlling. Controlling. Somebody who's controlling.
That's the number one deal breaker.
Like my routine, like what I wear or who I hang out with or where I'm going. Like, no, you can't go hang out with there.
What if you hanging out with some slut buckets and he like, nah, you might want to fuck with her. I see something.
Where's the trust?
Well, no, the trust, but I'm saying like,
What if
okay,
it's-
so I feel like, okay,
right.
we friends, right?
Mhm.
So if my girl like, hey, you might want to watch out for old boy. I'm gonna be like, okay, that's my queen. Like she looking out for me, so I'm gonna look at her.
Because
like, hey,
your
look,
your homeboys
So
are
that's what
not
I'm saying. Where do
married.
you-
They're
where-
with a lot of
'cause
people.
you said controller, so damn,
Excuse me.
you did it.
What?
Uh,
I did it.
Yeah.
What the fuck did I do? I didn't touch nothing.
Number one deal breaker.
I think I did it by
Oh
itself.
yeah.
Shit.
He over there talking shit.
No.
Somebody kicked it.
Johnny?
I need you.
Johnny?
I need a butt charger for the C for the USB thing.
I gotta take a PG.
Yeah. It's over?
It's over.
Yeah.
Okay, it's over.
It's over.
we can save it.
It's
for
over. We
next
love
time.
y'all.
Hey, y'all still
We can
But we
And
can
my
still talk
answer
about
was
it.
domestic violence.